Yo, welcome back. Hope everybody had a good spring break. Welcome back, guys. Talking ball. This is episode 5. Connor and Chris back in the studio. Excited to be back. Did you miss us?
I did. Yes, I did the show.
I was talking to the viewers.
Oh.
Sorry, nobody's listening. I missed you guys. I miss talking into this microphone. Hope everyone had a nice spring break. If you went away, let us know where you went in the comments. If you didn't do anything, that's okay too, because I didn't go anywhere. Nothing special went on in my life. What about you?
Took the real estate exam
How'd you do?
again.
Oh, I went to the 9/11 museum. 9/11 museum. So it was interesting. I am actually a big history guy. So I wasn't born during 9/11. Were you born during? No, you were after 9/11, right?
Yeah.
So I was born almost a year after 9/11. But my mom and I, ever since they opened the new World Trade Center, under much controversy, they weren't actually sure if they wanted to build the World Trade Center because people thought it was offensive to rebuild after what happened. But where do you land? Because I also land in I don't think 2 exact replicas should have been built because that just kind of makes it seem like it didn't happen when it did. It's a tough situation because you have to remember what happened, but you also have to move forward and show that, we are America, we're strong.
I agree with you, I agree with you.
Yeah, I think it's for the best they did. The guy who was giving the tour was so interesting. He was talking about all these plans that we're going to do. Apparently they were going to build 2 hollow towers. 2 non-functional towers, but
just represent.
Yeah, I guess
that's I don't like that.
Now, have you been?
No.
Have you been?
No.
The reflection pools where they have where they used to be. You've seen the pictures,
I know,
right?
yeah.
And they have every single name of the people who died. That is so cool. And then my mom and I went to the top of the new World Trade Center. Those views are nuts. Probably some of the best views you can get. Sometimes I think there's a lot of New York City hate where people are like, oh, New York City's too expensive. Now, obviously being wealthy in New York City is different than not being wealthy in New York City. But when you were up there, even for the hour I was up there, I was like, wow, yeah, these views are actually priceless.
Imagine that that was your apartment.
Yeah, I really felt like it was a priceless view. I don't know if it's because it was the first time I ever saw it and maybe it gets old after a while, but I was really like, yeah, I would never get sick and tired of this. So that was probably the most interesting thing I did over break. Besides going out, we went out. I went out twice. You only went out once. You didn't come out Saturday.
Mm-mm.
We went out the day of St. Patrick's Day. That was fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
I like St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
It's probably I think it's my 3rd favorite holiday.
It's a holiday for me.
It's just a regular holiday?
Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of it.
Is it on your bottom 3?
No, I wouldn't say that.
What are your bottom 3? Hanukkah.
I mean, I don't celebrate it, so I don't.
Do you like Ramadan? Ramadan actually started today.
It did?
Yeah.
That means Real is probably going to win the Champions League. And Kyrie's going to start getting good.
Yeah, Kyrie, they can't eat him. Can you imagine not eating from sunrise to sunset?
It's tough.
That is so tough. I mean, I bet the nighttime is just a big party for them. You need to switch up your whole life.
Yeah. I think athletes got exceptions though.
Oh, there's probably so many exceptions, like vaccine exceptions. We won't get into that, but so that was spring break. Really, really fun. I'm a big fan of St. Patrick's Day. So going along with spring break, it was awesome to have the tournament start on spring break. Thursday, the first games opened. We started with the round of 64. Some big upsets on Thursdays. The biggest upset from Thursday was probably Princeton beating Arizona. That was huge.
Yep.
Imagine getting beat by a school that's known for basketball by guys that are going to be working at Morgan Stanley.
Sad.
That's why you got to love the tournament.
And those are your boys too, Arizona.
Arizona is one of my favorite basketball schools, but 15 beating 2 is always exciting. And then, we might as well get into it. How about Fairleigh Dickinson? The second ever 16 beating a 1 in March Madness history. I don't know if you watched the game. Oh, no, we didn't watch the game. We were out. But we watched the ending. We watched the ending at the bar.
Yeah.
And from what I heard and from the few highlights I saw, it was actually a deserved win. I think if Fairleigh Dickinson and Purdue play that game 10 times, I think Fairleigh Dickinson probably wins 6.
And I didn't see anyone picking Purdue to win, so I don't think they were that deserving
of against Fairleigh Dickinson?
No, I mean just just in general. I didn't see anyone. I don't think anyone in our pool picked.
No, they're also just not a fun.
I had them losing pretty early, I think too.
I don't know if it's because of their colors or that they play in somewhere in Indiana.
Yeah,
I don't know where it is in Indiana, but or that Zach Edey's a pretty ugly ass looking dude. I just don't know. Purdue just screams boring to me, so I don't think you want to pick them. Alabama and Kansas, they have the flash, they have the pedigree towards them, but yeah, Zach Edey is probably going to win Player of the Year, and he got way better since last year. I totally forgot Jaden Ivey was on their team last year. So Purdue They didn't have a tournament in 2020. So 2018 they lose to a 14 seed. Then remember 2019 with Carson Edwards, they lost to Virginia on that buzzer beater.
Yeah. Yep.
That's when Virginia won the title. So
Yeah.
whatever. They lose 2019 in a heartbreaker to Virginia. No tournament 2020. 2021, I believe they lost to a 14. I forget what the school was. And then last year they lost to St. Peter's. Whoa. Last year they lost to St. Peter's in the round of 32 with Jaden Ivey. And now this year they lose to a 16 seed. So if you're a Purdue fan, you're just like, all right, well, it can't get worse losing to a 16 seed. I'd honestly, if you were a fan of a big basketball school, I don't even think it's a question. I'd rather not make the tournament than lose to a 16 seed.
Like if you're a UNC fan, like you're a UNC fan.
I mean, then again, it was the first time ever that a preseason number one. You saw that? UNC was preseason number one, first time ever they didn't make the tournament straight up.
They did decline even being in the NIT.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of.
I would too. I mean that's embarrassing.
I mean, who cares? Like especially when all those guys or most of those guys played in the actual national championship a year ago, they're like, what the hell is the point of the NIT?
Yeah, no,
and Caleb Love probably wanted to spend more time with RJ Davis's girl anyway. So
it's true.
There was some controversy going on in Chapel Hill. So moving on, any other big games? Oh, did you see? And that's not even that important.
What is it?
It was TCU versus some other team. Was it Creighton?
They're still in.
No,
Creighton beat TCU.
Yeah. So Creighton beat TCU.
Oh, it was the crazy cover. Yeah, I did see that.
The opening line or the line was 3, TCU plus 3. They were down 5. The guy on TCU literally just chucks maybe the other 3-point line
there
side.
was like 0.7 left or something.
It was nuts. Just chucks one of those stupid last game shots. It goes in. So congrats to anybody who had TCU plus 3. Horrible beat for anybody who had Creighton minus 3. Trying to think. I mean, a lot of major upsets. Like I'm looking at the doc right now. We have 115 in the Sweet 16, 1-8, but that's Arkansas, and Arkansas's coach is actually very, very good, and he defeated Kansas as a 1 seed. But then again, Kansas didn't have Bill Self. Bill Self dealing with a heart attack. Thoughts and prayers to Bill Self. I hope he doesn't die. I mean, whatever if it does. So we have Alabama, San Diego State, whatever, coming out of the South region. Those are probably your favorites. Houston is the favorite in the Midwest. And then the actual West region, we have a rematch of 2 years ago Final Four game, Gonzaga versus UCLA. That was the crazy. Oh my God, I need to go back on better meds. I'm forgetting the name. Jalen Suggs, his crazy 3-point shot to win the game against Gonzaga against UCLA 2 years ago with Johnny G.
in overtime, right?
Jaquez. Yep.
Yeah.
So that's a rematch of that. So that's going to be a really good game. UCLA's favored by 2.5.
Is that Timmy guy still on the team?
Yeah, Drew Timmy's actually. Everyone was talking about it because he looks so old and he's been around forever. You just remember that name when you associate him with Gonzaga.
He was a sophomore then, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. So if he's
like he could come next year if he wanted to. And why not? I think that's one of the benefits of NIL. When you're a Drew Timme or just name a college player who's so synonymous with their college, probably the man on campus, and with NIL, like you might be a second-round pick, whatever. You might be a G League guy, but if you're getting paid now and you're also the friggin' man on your college campus, why not stay? If I was in that position, I would.
And you get your degree.
Oh yeah, and a degree too, if that matters to them.
Yep. UConn. Everyone likes UConn's value to win the whole thing. They're at like plus
Iona.
9.
Any thoughts? Iona was up 1.5.
They were, and then they lost by 20.
Yeah, so I mean, we'll get to Iona news, but so I guess by the time that the next podcast comes out, we'll have our Final Four. So
Wait, yes, we will,
because we'll have the Elite Eight done by the end of the weekend. So I have my original pick still in. I believe you have Alabama too.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's not both say we think Alabama. I will take my new pick, even though I still have Alabama. I don't know. I think my new pick, I think it's going to be someone absolutely random this year. I'm going to go with Miami.
I'm going to go with UConn.
Good pick.
I'm going to go with UConn.
UConn didn't, before they beat Iona and before, I don't remember who they beat in the second round. But before they won these games this year, they actually haven't won a March Madness game since the last time they won an NCAA championship. So pretty crazy. But I really, really do feel like, now listen, I'd be lying if I said before the tournament I watched one college basketball game the entire year.
Yeah, me too.
But it feels like from what everyone else is saying, the quote-unquote experts, that there is going to be a random team that is going to come through at the end of this all. So I'll switch and I'll just be interesting and say Miami, because not only do I have Miami in my real Final Four, they are a very, very fun school. Do you imagine going to school in Miami?
It'd be fun.
It'd be cool.
It would be cool.
But
it's hard to get into, though.
It's a very, very good school.
Yeah.
It's a very, very good school. Have you focused on the Miami's girls team?
I haven't watched the women's one.
Oh, they have like 2 famous TikTokers on the team.
Really?
The Cavender twins.
What
You know about them,
What
Kay?
about Iona's?
You've heard about the Cavender twins? How do you pronounce the name?
Oh,
Yeah, they got in trouble. Yeah, they got in trouble for something.
They're
with
on the
school.
team?
Yeah, they're on the team.
Are
They're
they
actually pretty good.
They're
Yeah,
good.
they're probably like 1 and 3. Like, I know one of the sisters actually.
Do you see?
Very good.
It was like the Louisville. Someone in Louisville they got like beefy or something.
You want to know something about that?
Yeah, what was
So,
that? I didn't. I just saw the clip of
The
it.
girl on Texas transferred to Texas this year from DePaul women's basketball team. I met her.
No,
Sonia, the girl in Texas that freaked out, and everyone in the comments was frying her. Not only did they lose by 20, she dropped 2 points.
Yeah, why was
And
she
she
like?
was talking
What
that
was she
junk.
saying
I
to
don't know.
her?
I guess something happened during the game. It was so funny because I looked at the clip and I was like, that girl looks so familiar. So I sent it to Ian's girlfriend, who's the manager of the DePaul women's team.
Right.
And I was like, is that Sonia? And she was like, oh my God, yeah. And she was like, yeah, Sonia loves to talk. And I was like, that is hilarious. So I actually know that girl that's going viral for now. She's getting absolutely roasted on Twitter. So good for her. Shout out Sonia. Okay, so we made our new March Madness predictions. I want to talk about some local news, some Iona-related news. I don't think we've talked about one Iona-specific topic, but of course, got to talk about Slick Rick leaving the Gales after 3 years, hired in 2020, leaves to go coach the Johnnies, coaching at Madison Square Garden, technically coaching in New York City. It's an upgrade for him. First major job in the United States since he was the coach of Louisville. Obviously, he had his own controversies, but I guess good for him. 6-year deal.
I mean,
Pretty
it's
nuts.
a step up. I mean, no
Totally.
doubt. I mean, obviously, it's for us. It's like, it's sad, but it is what it is.
I mean, it
it's
hurts the
business.
school.
It's business, yeah. And I mean, what already kids are in a transfer
Kids are
portal,
already going.
so it's gonna hurt the basketball program. So, as a Iona student, it's sad, but it's understandable. You can't really get mad at him. I mean, it was bound to happen. Who was gonna be here for 20 years? Like,
He wasn't going to be here for 20 years, but what I was talking about with my professor today, shout out, when Iona hired him, now obviously there wasn't much controversy going around here because I think it was just more pure excitement and just having a A-list basketball coach come to your program. But obviously whatever happened, whatever Drake said, the line. But
what?
To have Rick Pitino come,
I don't know. That means you're saying it wrong.
He was out of United States basketball for, I think, 5 to 6 years. He was coaching in Greece.
He coached the Puerto Rico team, and then he coached the Greece team. Then he coached a team in Greece, right?
Yeah, he coached like whatever Olympiacos,
like the big.
But he did coach the Greece national team too. So he was clearly blackballed out of American coaching, and then Iona takes the huge risk when nobody else wanted to, and hires him.
Now everyone loves him.
And now it doesn't even seem like. I mean, they're still getting brought up. Like there's still some part of it, but as long as someone makes the first move, then that's all that really matters. So good for him, but he should be very, very grateful to the Gales because I don't think he gets another head coaching job in the United States if it's not for Iona taking the balls to hire him. So
I agree. It would have been nice if just got one win though.
Yeah,
just one win would have been nice.
Iona technically doesn't even have a tournament win. I didn't even, you told me that, right? That the only win got vacated. For what reason? You said
one of the players signed an agent before, because obviously back then you couldn't do that. Yeah. So.
Well, Iona goes ahead and hires former Fairleigh Dickinson coach Tobin Anderson. He upset Purdue on Friday, came close against beating Florida Atlantic. I mean, I didn't know who he was until, he actually went viral before the Purdue game for saying to his team, I actually think we can really beat Purdue when they weren't even supposed to be in the tournament, right?
But they won the playing game. Well, yeah,
they won the play-in game. Yeah. Against Texas Southern, you're right, on Tuesday. But in the NES, which is the division like where Sacred Heart is, and they are the Northeastern Conference, or NEC, I think is what it's called. Merrimack won the NEC tournament, won the NEC. But with NCAA regulations, when you go from Division 2 to Division 1, you're suspended from postseason play for 4 seasons. So Merrimack won the conference, but couldn't play in the NCAA actual tournament because of some weird ass rule.
So they can't. So if they win the next 3 years, they still can't.
I don't know when the transfer occurred. Like it could, the ban could be revoked this year. Do you have any idea, Kay? No. It was what a surprise there. But it's actually very cool because Fairleigh Dickinson was supposed to be in it. They make this huge run. They go on second ever, but it was a pretty convincing upset. Second ever. Now he gets a great job here at Iona. I assume Fairleigh Dickinson players will become transferring here. But it's very exciting. Coach, if you're listening, I actually DM'd you on Instagram to try to get a one-on-one interview with you. So if you either want to do it for my newspaper or for this radio show, please let me know. I can give you my number, but just check your Instagram DMs. I did Instagram DM you about a potential interview. I would love to talk to you. Congratulations, by the way. So that's all college basketball I really have for you. Anything else? College basketball? Okay. Moving on. Swiftly moving on. Right. Okay. NBA. Big news. You and I actually, we haven't really had many disagreements so far that I can remember on this podcast, but you were very adamant on Nikola Jokic winning his third straight MVP, and I took the road less traveled when he was plus 600 at the time, if I believe. I took Joel Embiid at plus 600, and now, as of yesterday, Joel Embiid is minus 250 with about 12 games to go, I believe. So
wow, there's that much time left in the NBA?
No, you're right. Probably like less than 10 for show.
Oh yeah, playoffs start April.
Yeah,
oh my
late April.
gosh, yeah.
So,
I hope Embiid wins, and I think he should. Well, the thing is, like I said, like Jokic is technically having the best season, like that he's had. Whatever, like the first year he won it, that was when Embiid got hurt, and Embiid should have won it that year, but he got hurt, and that's why Jokic won it. And last year, everyone was saying that Jan should have won it last year. Man, I don't really follow the NBA in like the regular season.
Giannis wasn't going to win last year because coming off back-to-back MVPs, and last year before the Warriors won, they were also the reigning champs, so it was like too much for Giannis.
Yeah, so I guess like that might have been, but like on stats wise, this is Jokic's best season, but Embiid has just been so good too that like I think he deserves it too. Like it's tough because they're both just so good and they're both having amazing seasons that it was just Jokic slipping at the end that just that's what caused it. But
and the Nuggets are also like slipping.
They are.
And the Sixers are going on a crazy run.
Yeah, they were on a big run, and I mean, Embiid's like averaging like 35 points or something.
I love that big man.
Yeah, no, he's
one of our biggest pieces.
He like, I mean, I can't say anything bad about Jokic. I mean, I obviously at the time I think he like stats wise.
That's a real boring take. I mean, say that at the time you said it when Jokic was a heavy favorite to say he deserves it. Now you're saying at this time Embiid deserves it. I mean,
well, I think Jokic still.
I knew this was going to happen.
I think Jokic still deserves to win MVP, but I don't want to take anything away from Embiid. So I mean, like, I think whoever wins it. I mean, obviously it seems like to be Embiid, which you can't argue no, and you can't argue no for Jokic. I feel like
I'm happy that it's going to be Embiid as of now, and probably will be based on how his current last month of play has been, rather than the other conversation of Nikola Jokic being whatever this white guy, why does he deserve to win 3 in a row and I can't? When this is like strictly just going to be about Embiid being the better player for the last stretch of the season.
Yeah.
And I think this is what you have to remember for sports in general. This happens in the NFL, this happens in the NBA, it happens in every sport, where like I'm pretty sure Tatum went off the first like 2 weeks of the season, and he was I think he was definitely the favorite.
He was a huge favorite. Everyone thought he was locked to win.
We're in late March, and you couldn't even remember what Tatum did in October.
Tatum did some really bad, apparently, too, recently.
Well, that's what Bill Simmons was saying. He said he's not even maybe not even make the All NBA first team. But I'm happy that it's going to be Embiid off his play, and we'll see if the Sixers flame out in the playoffs every year like they do. I mean, having James Harden and Doc Rivers, two notorious playoff chokers. But, I mean, if there's a year to do it with how shaky the NBA is in general this year, and now, I mean, you look at the West. I mean, are the Lakers going to get in? Who knows? Probably as a play-in team. The Warriors slipping. The Mavericks have been slipping. The Mavericks are now a play-in team as of today.
Paul George had a really bad injury yesterday.
Paul George got hurt. You saw the ending of that game. I thought he should have got fouled.
I didn't see. I just saw him get hurt. It looked pretty bad. I don't know what happened to him, though. At least he got hyperextended knee or something.
For PG?
Yeah. Oh, he's at 2 to 3 weeks. So we'll be back for the playoffs. But yeah. No, I'm actually pretty excited for the I'm not like the biggest fan of the play-in stuff, but like it makes the end of the season more fun, and then it makes like the lead up to the playoffs like, okay, like this is actually like entertaining, it's like drama, like all that. So
I mean, it works out for a team like the Lakers who wouldn't have made a normal playoffs.
Exactly, yeah.
And it's good.
The Lakers being in the playoffs is great. Like you want them in the playoffs.
And the play-in is stupid because, like, technically speaking,
they're the 11 right now.
Oh, the Lakers are the 11 right now?
Yeah, but it's all bunched up. I mean,
it's like the Jazz, Timberwolves, and Pelicans are all in that. Pelicans have lost 7 in a row?
The Pelicans, they're on a 2-game win streak right now, but they're 5-5 last 10. But they were the 1 seed. The Pelicans.
Well, Zion and Ingram are still hurt. Is Ingram back?
I'm I'm not sure. The Pelicans are the 12 and the Warriors are the 6, and they all each of them have either 36 or 37 losses. So I mean,
Did you see the
it's all
stat
bunched up.
that because obviously there's like, I mean, with all due respect, and I think it's deserved because they did win the title last year. Like, did you see the stat that the worst team to ever win the title, their away record, like the worst away record from a team to ever win a title was like either like 1 or 2 games below 500 on the road. And the Warriors, I believe, are like 7-30 on the road. Like they're ass on the road. But so I don't think it's gonna be the Warriors. Did your brother place that future? I remember you were talking about that. He did?
I told him I think it's a bad bet.
I mean, that stat alone. I mean, yeah. I mean, I guess you could just be like, all right, well then don't worry about it because they'll win all their home games. But then when you go away, because they're not going to be,
they're not going to be a high seed.
Like at the most, they're probably not even going to get one round where they get home court advantage. So
no, they probably won't.
They might get lucky, but I don't really see that. But I'm excited for the playoffs. Playoffs coming up soon.
They're 8-29.
Jeez Louise. That was close. I said 7-30. That's pretty good off the top of my dome piece. Not too shabby. Anything else?
And their wins are like at Rockets. Like, come on, like those aren't real wins.
Oh no, the Rockets are a fraud organization.
At San Antonio, Rockets at Toronto, at Houston. Yeah, nah. I don't think the Warriors are going to do anything. But
I don't think so either.
We'll see.
How about baseball?
I'm excited for baseball. I'm really excited for.
We did a whole preview. I mean, I was kind of just going to go off World Baseball Classic. So I want to talk to you about. You saw the whole big controversy regarding the Edwin Diaz injury.
Yeah. Didn't we kind of talk about it before? No, we didn't.
It happened over break.
It did?
Oh,
me and you just talked about it then. Yeah. I remember talking about it.
Yeah, no, probably when we were like making out or something. So the Edwin Diaz injury, I get it. The World Baseball Classic. Now listen, this is coming from an American. Every other country, their fans seem to be absolutely in love with it.
What,
the World Baseball Classic?
I mean,
like Diego said, it's the biggest deal in Venezuela. It's a huge
he was
deal in
really
Japan.
excited for it.
It's just Americans, for some reason, don't really care that
Isn't
much.
it every 4-year thing?
Yeah,
they didn't have it because of COVID, right?
Baseball.
Is that why? Because they didn't have it in
You're right.
6 years or something, right? Is that what it was?
The last one was 2017, and it was supposed to be last year. No, 21.
And they didn't do it.
And they didn't do it because of COVID, and then last year was a lockout.
Right.
Because the U.S. won the last one. But no, I didn't even know. Like so the first year was 2006. Japan won the first year. I have no clue who won the second year. And then I think the United States won the third time. And that was the fourth.
Can you kind of just pick where you, because Joe and I were saying, because like Arozarena, remember like him and like Nestor, like all like friendly because they're both like Cuban and stuff, like, and he's playing for Mexico. So I guess you can just kind of pick where you want to play.
What's his name was going to play for Israel, Harrison Bader.
Yeah, right. Yeah, so I guess like you just kind of pick.
You know what?
I kind of like that though.
I like it too because
it makes it more fun.
Good MLB players on countries that like would either way have like. Now I could be wrong here. Like Bogarts does sound Dutch, but I highly doubt he was never born or lived in the Netherlands.
Right, just have any.
Just
he has some sort. Yeah,
which is
fine. I like that. It's cool.
Now, granted, if this was the World Cup and players were doing that for countries, it would be a big deal. And now maybe if the World Baseball Classic one day gets a big deal. Okay, now here's the other thing. People are like, it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal.
Bogarts was born in Aruba, and Aruba's like a owned.
Doesn't count.
No, Aruba's like owned by like the Netherlands.
Oh, so slavery.
Something like no. Okay. There's some.
Say the word.
There's no. I mean like the island of Aruba is like owned by the Netherlands or something like that.
What do you mean owned?
Or like rule? You know how like the Bahamas is ruled by England? It's like that.
And like Haiti and the French.
Yeah, something like
so like way back when, or is it still I
think it's still
like how we in Puerto Rico.
Yeah, it's something like that.
So like not.
Let's see.
They go after
officially country of Aruba is a constitute country of the Kingdom of Netherlands. Yeah.
Okay, so it's just like it's a friendly relationship. It's not anything harsh like
It's like the Bahamas and England.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's why. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
You know, I mean, I like it. I mean, I watched. Diego was over Saturday, so we watched the Venezuela game, which was sick. That trade tournament was sick.
That's when you had the Grand Slam, right?
But, like, and like the rest of it. But like, honestly, it's tough to make something have this much of an impact so early. Like, who knows what they were saying? Like, the World Cup is the biggest deal to every other country besides America. World Cup. Shout out Speed. So the World Cup was the biggest deal to every other country besides America. The World Cup, I believe, in the 30s? So basically, you think that's actually somebody in 1948 being like, "Oh yeah, the World Cup. Are you going to watch?" Like, hell no, I don't know anything about the World Cup. So you're asking somebody now about the World Baseball Classic, and guess what? Maybe in 50 years, the World Baseball Classic will be the biggest baseball tournament around, and the MLB won't even be that big of a deal. And we'll be like, "Oh, we had no idea. Now look, it's a huge deal." So who knows?
That's true. I mean, baseball is pretty big in like other
Rome wasn't
countries
built in a day.
too.
It takes time to build these events. You have to start an event. You have to build a following. Every single event was not as big as it is now. The Super Bowl was not as big in
Well, and like
1965 as it
South
is now.
America, like what soccer, baseball are probably the two big ones.
Yeah.
Asia, basketball, baseball.
Yeah.
So yeah, I could see it.
So obviously, cool that Japan, that Otani Trout at bat to end the game was pretty
Yeah,
cool.
I mean that was
I mean, to have them play on the same team,
good little
the
script
two
right
best
in
players
there.
in baseball, so cool. And maybe this is a sign that they'll make the playoffs because both their teams were in the finals. I actually think I picked them to make the
You
playoffs. 'Cause
did,
I was just hoping
yeah.
for the best
Be
because it's
fun.
good for baseball.
If they get a good pitching core, maybe.
I mean, they just have Otani pitch and hit. Isn't that pretty cool? He can do both.
Yeah, I didn't know
He's
that.
the greatest player ever. Okay, that's enough of baseball. I thought when I did the preview last week, I thought by the time that not this week's issue, but next week's issue, the season doesn't start for another 8 days. So next Thursday the season starts. So we actually still have another podcast without baseball.
Damn.
So probably could have saved the preview for another week, but that's okay. Now we just have a little bit of football. I mean, it's crazy how fast news moves nowadays. We're like something that happened a week ago to my favorite team is kind of like old news with the Rodgers stuff. So who cares? That's going to get done soon. I mean, I don't really have much more to say. He intends to play for the Jets. Do you have anything you want to say?
No, I mean, there's not much to say.
Yeah,
You're right.
he'll be a Jet
what else?
eventually.
Yeah.
So we'll see what the trade package. Oh, wait, this happened when I was in class. So Elijah Moore
Where?
to the Browns.
Huh.
2 second-round picks. Jets
That's
fans
not
are not
bad.
that happy. I mean, we signed.
Why? I would be happy if I
We
were
signed
you.
Lazard. We signed. I mean, Moore was going to be really good.
You'll probably end up trading those picks for Rodgers.
That's what you would assume, right?
Yeah.
They signed Lazard. They signed Hardman. They still have Corey Davis. They still have the reigning offensive rookie of the year, Garrett Wilson. So there's a lot of room to go around. And Moore, last time he didn't get a lot of targets, and he wasn't Zach Wilson's favorite guy. Oh my God. He wasn't Zach Wilson's favorite guy. But whatever. He complained. He bitched. But he's so talented. I really think he's going to be good with Deshaun Stop Touching Me Watson. So we'll see how he does in Cleveland. Cleveland's got a lot of weapons now.
Yeah, I hope Cleveland does better than they were last year. I want Watson to get back to his old self.
You're rooting for his success.
I like Watson.
Oh, okay. Okay, then.
I like Deshaun Watson.
All right. Okay, I guess I'll just wrap up my MLB preview that I didn't finish last week because we were just talking about baseball, were we not? Oh yeah, World Baseball Classic.
Mhm.
And then we're gonna spend about
Jimmy G with the Raiders.
Oh, was that not last week?
No, this
2
all
weeks
happened
ago?
during break. I don't think we talked about that. Carr the Saints.
I'm looking.
We talked about Carr the
We
Saints.
only
I
we
think.
have the quarterbacks. We just have the Lamar Jackson news, Daniel Jones.
Oh, we
Geno,
didn't
and
even know where
Carr.
Carr was going yet, right?
No, I have Carr signs with Saints last week.
Oh, okay.
Or 2 weeks ago. Oh yeah.
Was
So
it
Jimmy G to the Raiders. I mean, him in Vegas. The amount of girls he's gonna get. I've never been more jealous. He's kind of going gray though. I'm kind of surprised. He's in his early 30s. Good looking ass dude though.
I mean, touch of gray is not that bad for a guy.
Pass or
right?
smash, Jimmy G. Pass or smash, Jimmy G.
Pass. I don't know who Jimmy G is.
Oh, you gotta look him up.
You gotta
Look him up
look
and
Jimmy
then
G.
tell me when you're ready for your answer.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's gonna be the Raiders
I
quarterback.
mean, it's like it's not really debatable.
That he's their quarterback or the pass or smash?
Both.
Honestly, he's probably like more of a debate if he's gonna be the quarterback, right?
Well, they got rid of Stidham, so he's on the
yeah.
Broncos now.
Is he?
Yeah. He's on the Broncos.
I forgot that Russell Wilson was on the Broncos. Yeah, no, he's a good looking dude. So I don't think that really affects the AFC West. I think the AFC West probably finishes the exact same way it did last year. He could prove me wrong, but Jimmy G just was so. What the hell is that guy doing? You see that guy?
Yeah,
He
I
looks
saw
so
him.
weird.
Wait, didn't the Chargers lost somebody? I thought. I don't know.
Is Mike Williams a free agent?
He's still there. They're trying. Oh, they're trying to. I think they might cut Keenan Allen or something like that.
Whoa.
I saw. I don't
Well, he doesn't
know.
play
I don't know
anyway,
how
so.
credible that is, but I saw something about that. Didn't it? They. Oh, Eckler wants to get traded.
Oh, that was Eckler.
Yeah.
He said he's underpaid. Well, buddy, guess what? You like one injury away. Like running backs go fast.
Yeah. Look how many touchdowns he scores, and they can't even win a playoff game. So who cares?
I mean, he is valuable for what he does outside of the.
I'm so
game.
anti-Charger, so it's fine.
I love
But
the Chargers. Herbert's my guy.
Who
Damn,
else?
thank you, Smack me in the face.
Oh, see, you think Hopkins goes to the Chiefs?
I mean, they have no more weapons. They
Who cares?
lost Smith.
Yeah, but you
they
didn't have
lost
any
Hardman.
anyway. So what? They still win.
Yeah, no.
Harmon didn't even play last year. He was
Well,
in
they
the
still
IR the
lost
whole
him.
year, and they still won.
Okay, so you're asking who? Pacheco and MVS? Is MVS still there? Is he? I think he's
Yeah.
a free agent too.
He might be. Well, no, but didn't he sign or did he get
He
traded?
might have signed 3 years too.
So what? Mahomes makes guys better.
I totally agree with you.
Who is it?
I'm a
I
Mahomo.
was actually yeah. Yeah, me too. I was watching I was watching Coward before school yesterday. Yeah. It was on TV.
You're watching Coward before school? Isn't he on at like 12?
Yeah, I had class at too.
His clips are so funny. Sometimes he
I
goes
no, I
viral.
actually don't mind
I
Coward,
love
but
Coward.
he
Have
was
you seen his
saying
daughter?
Trey Lance Trey Lance
His
has.
daughter's fire.
No, but so he actually made a good
Shout out
point.
Coward.
He was saying how a lot of the quarterbacks, from like Alabama, Ohio State, all these like really good schools don't become good because they have such gifted offensive line and receivers. And then you have quarterbacks from other schools like a Will Levis or someone who I'm using his quote, has to throw guys open. Guys aren't open, he has to throw them open. So I kind of think like even like Mahomes just makes guys better. So I mean, if
totally agree with that.
so that's why I think I don't know why the Chiefs can't win again, even without like.
Oh, I totally don't think they win. I
Those.
just think they could use more weapons. Who wouldn't want DeAndre?
That's what I mean.
Hopkins
If Hopkins is on that team, I mean that would just be insane. Like Hopkins, a guy who can just get open whenever he wants, who has probably one of the best hands in the league, with the best quarterback in the league. I mean that's
just get
insane.
off the roids.
To have him and Kelsey, I mean that's gonna be insane. But yeah, I hope that happens. That'd be cool. What else? Other guys signed.
That's a good point by Coward, but it's also like pretty
It
obvious.
was.
Like I feel like we'll see what happens with Fields. I can't really think of many other prominent Ohio State quarterbacks, and we'll see what happens with Jones and Tua, obviously. But I feel like quarterbacks coming out of Alabama, that's what their biggest knock was like, yeah, but he was playing with NFL talent.
Only one was like Burrow. His Burrow and Chase and Jefferson.
What was the stat? Like 50, like out of the 22 starters they had, like 11 on offense, 11 on defense. Didn't like 20 of them get at least signed by an NFL team at some point?
Well, Georgia had like
that whole
Georgia's
left,
defense had like what, like 5 or 6
picks?
first-round picks, something like that.
Absolutely nuts. And they still went back-to-back 50-point win. Remember what I said about that game?
No.
You don't remember?
We talked about that. It was the first day, I remember. I don't remember what you said though.
Georgia, TCU.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, we
talked.
Ass. Yeah, it was ass.
Yeah.
What else? Anyone else? Gardner Minshew. Where did I say he signed? Colts.
Who cares?
Who else? Marcus Mariota, the Eagles.
Yeah, who cares?
Maybe play him at running back. Maybe Hurts play some running back. Zach Pascal to the Cardinals.
Yes, I was going to send you that.
Hey, that's actually a big deal because he's the enforcer for the QB sneaks for Hurts. He's the one who pushes Hurts. And he's behind.
I thought there was all that talk that at the next league meetings they were banning that play.
Why?
It's stupid. And someone's
why?
I actually agree. They were right. Like if you watch the formation, someone's tearing their ACL.
Well, that's their fault. Who cares? They didn't win. Hurts can run all over the field and they still won't win a championship.
No, because if they push Hurts and then like something,
that's his fault. No,
it's literally an undefeated. It's a cheat code. It's a glitch play.
No, that was good for Pascal. I'm happy for him. He'll probably get some playing time if he'll probably play a little bit more in the slot.
Why? So Trace McSorley can overthrow him or underthrow him?
Yeah.
Or Marquise Brown? Who else is on that damn team? Zach Ertz?
Who
did they even hire?
Dortch. I don't know. I was thinking about that earlier.
The guy from the Eagles.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that video of like Marquise Brown. He was like going like beep 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 beep. He's a freak.
Oh yeah, was
weirdo. Yeah, he's like we're gonna throw some bombs.
No, that was weird.
And then he was like trying to like jack Kyler up, and like Kyler's like, I just want to play Call of Duty, and like Kyler won't even play next year, so who cares? That's
what about the Texans?
Yeah, who gives a shit?
They're no, I'm just. What are your thoughts? Like, I mean, they're making moves. I don't know. Do you think they're going to be?
The Bears traded the #1 pick. That happened.
Yeah. So who do you think Panthers should draft?
I love what the Bears did.
I did too. I did too.
Smart.
I said that. I said that from the start that they should have traded that. We talked about that before. Yeah.
A second-round pick on taking a flyer on this new wide receiver with DJ Moore. DJ Moore's really
good. He's good. Yeah, he's amazing.
Did you see the stat that if he played his whole career with the Bears, even though he's only played like 4 years, he would have the most receiving yards in Bears history? I was surprised by that.
He's great. He's really good.
I don't know why.
And they have Claypool too. Komet's good. They signed another
good.
They signed who was it? He's not that good anymore. He got hurt. Tunyon.
Oh, Bob Tunyon. He was really good for that Packers.
Decent tight end core down there. I mean, I'm very impressed how the Bears. I'm a big Fields guy, so I hope.
I
hope-
like Fields a lot too.
Yeah,
He gets
I love
overhated.
Fields. Yeah,
I wonder
think,
why he gets overhated.
I hope. I hope.
I know why.
I hope they can compete for a playoff spot. That'd be fun.
Tough
Bears in
division.
there.
Well, no, I
Hit
mean
it.
not really. Well, no, the Lions are going to be everybody's favorite team to make the playoffs this year because
Lions
they're so
making
close.
some moves too.
Vikings are going to probably still be pretty good.
I could see the Vikings.
Oh, Thielen got
losing.
cut.
He's on the Panthers now. Yeah.
What a weird team. He just looks so. He looks so.
Well,
like,
they're probably the only team that gave the guy 3 years. I mean, 3 years for.
Yeah, but is it 3 years?
Yeah, it's like
or
it's
is
like a Von Miller
1 year
contract.
guaranteed, and then we
Yeah.
can get your ass home after 2.
That's like the Von Miller contract. What's
These
happening with
NFL
him?
contracts are so stupid. What's up with Von Miller?
Yeah, he was hurt.
Oh, I thought you said we can talk about him.
No, I'm just
Doesn't he like to get like pooped on?
there. No, that was Odell.
No,
There
I
was
know
something
Odell.
weird with. There was some weird.
He did something weird.
There were some weird text messages with Von
Well,
Miller.
not obviously the DK Metcalf ones. But yeah. I don't know. I mean, I said weird text messages. Happens. You gotta understand. I mean, I made my World Series predictions. Padres, Astros. Astros in 5. Who cares?
I think the Astros win again as well.
So do I.
Hopefully.
They're gonna be sick again.
Man, I like your manager of the year for the AL though.
Oh, your cousin, right?
Yeah,
Your distant cousin.
Yeah.
I think the Twins are gonna be really good this year.
Rocco
Yeah.
Baldelli.
Have you ever met him?
No, my grandma's
Smash or
met him
pass?
like my grandma's met him like twice, but I've never met him.
Yeah, your way distant cousin. We'll bet it right now. There he is again. Yeah, I mean, we'll go through. I guess the best thing about having the document is like we can just look back
Right. Just
and then
anything.
we'll be in
sound
school in
stupid about.
October. We can be like, yeah. And then I mean, we both have our March Madness new picks in stone. You were boring. You said the outright favorite still.
What I said, UConn.
Oh, you did say
Yeah,
UConn. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna bold it.
My train of thought here.
Your color's blue. Mine's green, so I'll highlight green.
Yeah, thank
for
you. All right, so we have a special guest here today. It's Christine.
Yep.
Christine went to Ireland over break. So come up to the mic. We're gonna play 3 questions with Kay. What was your favorite drink you had in Ireland?
A Corona.
You got to talk to the mic.
No, a Corona.
A good old Corona in Ireland.
Corona in Ireland.
Yeah, you were in Mexico.
No, I know.
No Guinness.
No Guinness. A Bailey shot. Bailey shot.
Okay. So
Ben
you're
had a
an alcoholic.
Guinness. Ben's a Guinness guy.
Yeah.
I'm a big alcoholic.
Okay. What was your least favorite thing that happened in Ireland?
My friend got sick
All
in
right,
my friend got sick in a super a Supermax. Which
We don't
like a
know what
McDonald's.
Supermax is.
It's like a
What's
McDonald's.
explain what a supermax is to all the Americans listening?
A Supermax is basically like
Speaking of the mic.
a Supermax is basically like a fast food place for Irish people. And
So will they serve like cornbread?
yeah, they serve like Papa John's, like way better Papa John's than here. And then they have like pizza, chicken, burgers, ice cream. They have like really good fries. They're chips.
What was it?
It's Luke. He's listening.
I told him I sent them. Shout out Luke. Luke, we see you're on. Hey Luke.
Hey, look, we still got 15 minutes, but there wasn't really much to talk about. So if you want to give us a topic, just type it in the chat. We'll talk. All right. So that was your least favorite thing. So who's your friend you're with?
Ava McGinnis.
Heard she's bad.
Yeah, she is pretty bad.
All right, cool.
She's nice.
Is she
She's
tall?
coming on Friday. She's coming on Friday to Iona, so everybody watch
All right,
out
so
for
if you
her.
see
Everyone
her,
watch
say what's
out.
up. Apparently she's really tall.
Yeah. Delta Theta Beta.
Shout out, big shout out,
Delta
actually.
Theta Beta.
DTB or die.
DTV or die, everybody.
Okay, so that's actually a good segue. Talk about something Iona related. So how is that going? How is your first semester
I had
with
my
Delta
first-
Theta Beta?
I had my first semester with Delta Theta Beta. I feel very honored to be with the girls. It's very nice. It's a good group of girls. They're great. A lot of them are on the cheer team, so they were at the Iona basketball game as well.
Didn't cheer hard enough. They lost.
No, they cheered
Or
great.
did the women's team win?
No.
They lost by 40, exactly 40.
So they played
80.
someone good,
They
right?
played Duke.
Duke.
89 to 49.
Yeah, sad, but they cheered really good.
That's all that matters.
Yeah,
You could cheer.
I'm not.
You wanna do
You
a
can
cheer
Irish
routine?
Irish dance and
Oh.
cheer.
So I was doing the Irish dance on Saturday. People, the actual, like, McLean Avenue, real hardcore Irish
Yeah.
people they get very offended.
Yeah, if you just like
Just
mess
like
around.
jig.
Yeah.
But
oh my
why? It's
God.
such a fun move.
No, because like you don't.
I feel like you jig every time we go.
Yeah.
It's not even like.
Every time we go out.
No, you can't do it right. So.
How do you know I can't do it? You ever seen?
I'll see you on Saturday.
So we
Connor,
went.
I think I've seen Jig before, dude.
I jig it good.
He-
So we went like to Keen's on Friday, and
What?
they were playing like a band from Ireland, and they were from Ireland, the band, and they were playing all these weirdo Irish songs that nobody knew. And then the only songs
Friday.
that were popping
You're
off.
talking about Friday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only songs that were popping off were the ones the Americans knew.
Sweet Caroline, and what's the one that Ben was talking
Wagon
about?
Wheel by Darius Rucker is such a classic. We were trying to get to Shipping Up to Boston.
And we tried to play Ship to Boston, and they didn't want us to play it. They said the guy shook his head and said, "No, we don't like that song."
Yeah, and then they're just playing "Hey Ho, Bing Ding Dong." Like it's so stupid.
Yeah, with the
Nah, I
with the
can't stand it.
flutes, like
Yeah, the tin whistle.
Whatever. The last time we went there, it wasn't even like a Irish holiday. We didn't know what they were saying, but the band was so good, and the drums were so good that at the end of the night, everyone was just going like they were going like ole ole. It was just so stupid, but it was fun because everyone could get involved. Like when you're doing these stupid songs that only like 5 people at the bar
you gotta read
know,
the room.
That's your most important part. Of being
I don't know. I
DJ,
feel like that day you actually have the pass though, because like
because it's their holiday.
it's their holiday. That one I understand.
Whatever.
But yeah, then we still got 15 minutes.
I mean, we don't have to use it all up. Anything else on Ireland? Overrated, underrated, properly rated?
Overrated.
A little overrated.
Maybe
Would
we
you,
should
would you
ask
go
Chris-
back? Would you go back for a week?
I wouldn't go back for
Yeah,
a
week's
long
long.
Or
weekend.
you went 8 days
Yeah, I went 10 days.
or 10 days? Yeah.
Dude, what the hell is there to do for 10 days?
Yeah, I went to different places in Ireland.
Yeah, but it's like, what's the difference? That's not like America in 10
I
days. We're like a
saw
drastic difference in
The
places.
girl from Lady Bird, like, do you know that girl? Like the actress from Lady Bird?
Nope.
Lady
I don't
Bird.
know. She was there. She was a guest star from Lady Bird.
Okay.
Yeah. I watched a really good movie on the plane, Ben and like Beckham.
Yeah, Ben and Like Beck's great.
It's such a good movie with Keira Knightley.
Yeah, such a good movie. You never seen it?
I actually haven't. I mean, I know about it. I haven't seen it though.
It's the highest grossing soccer movie ever.
Yeah, it's really good.
I got all these fun facts.
You like Beckham?
Yeah.
You watching MLS?
Victoria.
You know his son, believe it or not, plays for Inter Miami.
Yeah.
No way, really?
Yeah.
You watching the MLS?
He's the one that like dyes his hair.
Yeah, he looks like some
Romeo, right?
Yeah,
That's his name?
Romeo, of course. Like that's like the
No.
like
If
of
I
course
was
his name's
hot and rich, I
Romeo.
named my kid some weird ass name.
What is it? Like Brooklyn's one of the names.
Yeah,
I
but-
think. No, I'm not. I'm
When you're
saying
a
it's cool.
celebrity-
I'm saying if you're like that, you can 100%
Yeah,
have a name like that.
When you're a
cool.
celebrity, you can name your kids whatever you want. Luke, don't you agree? Stupid ass name, Luke.
Yeah, come on, Luke. He's like, can you chat in it?
Yeah, I can try. I told him to say something.
He probably left.
No, he's still.
He's still here, Luke.
I mean, it was nice. The break, much needed. We're down to the final stretch.
7 weeks left.
I know, long break for Easter.
Feels
Did he
like
say something?
eternity.
I saw him. It's moving.
He's here.
Uh,
What are you looking forward to the most for the next? This is all about you now.
I know. Why
What is on
not
your?
me?
Because
There's Relay for Life, April.
yeah. What about your
15th.
fundraiser? You gotta promote your
Yeah,
fundraisers.
Yeah, Relay for Life. Everybody come out. It's April 15th, I think. And like, it's a big event from 3 p.m. to 3 a.m. Big event on campus. Sponsor for the cancer survivors and fallen.
what is the like? What's a relay for life? Like, is it a relay race?
No, it's just like a walk around. Like you walk around the circle,
What
Where?
circle?
the field.
Campus?
Of campus. I am on
Once?
campus. No, you just keep walking.
Hey, listen.
For-
I seen some girl. They can do more than one lap.
Wait,
No,
the entire campus.
no, just the Iona soccer field.
So big old woman. is
Oh,
GT.
just the field.
Yeah.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
You
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
walk around and they like light up bags. with, like,
All right, well that's good. Hopefully they fundraise. So you've been enjoying your time so far. Congratulations.
very good.
Sorority life. Is
Easter break
flying.
is gonna be 5 days. So
Yeah, we got. That's the perks of going to a Catholic school.
yeah.
And forgiving Rick Pitino. We don't forget what you did, Rick. Now that you're gone. What is wrong with you? Betting on tonight. I mean, I don't even know what's on, dude.
When does the basketball come back?
Yeah, basketball's not back till tomorrow, and there's World Baseball Classics over. Unless you like regular season basketball, I couldn't tell you.
I mean,
what
it's
else.
heating up, so I mean, these games are like playoffy games. I guess why not? I'm never bet on the NBA.
Luke, I
regular
don't even know
season.
any. Oh, there's ping pong, tennis. Well, it sounds like you need to call 1-800-GAMBLER if you're going for those, but that's just my opinion.
Luke's betting on ping pong. Yeah, that makes.
Wait, what did Chris was telling me, Luke? What you put $1,000 on? Did he put $1,000 on some team for March Madness?
Luke was up money though. We can talk about Luke. Yeah, Luke has good picks. I will say that. Luke has good picks.
Luke, what team did you put a lot of money on? A lot of teams you put a
He
grand
did.
on?
He did. He did.
Holy shit.
You had one really good pick. You had one really good underdog pick. It was on the first day. I don't
Damn,
remember
Luke. That's nuts, bro.
though.
That's crazy.
We talk about tennis. Want me to talk about tennis?
You had Princeton?
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah,
Holy
Princeton.
shoot,
That was
good
really
pick.
cool. That was really cool.
Wow. That's pick of the week. Congratulations, Luke, being pick of the week. Shout out to smart people at Princeton. Did you only pick Princeton because their whole team's white? I mean, whatever.
Wait, we'll talk about tennis.
Yeah. When
French-
does Roland Garros start? When does play start?
Well, Alcaraz just won something. When does
He's
it
younger than us, you say?
start? Oh yeah. Charlie? Yeah, he's younger than us.
Wait, will the French Open be on when we're in school still? No, right? Because it's mid-May. Or is it early May?
It starts May 28th.
Shoot. We'll be out.
I mean, also,
We'll come back for summer school.
Yeah.
Okay, anything else? You excited for the weekend? Hopefully we go out, the girls.
I'm very excited for the weekend.
I guess we'll give him a weekend. If everything goes well, we'll give a nice weekend recap.
Yeah.
Shout out Ben. Shout out British Ben. If any lonely girls are on campus, hit him up. All right.
wait, we do French Open odds. We
Oh,
can do
okay.
that if you want.
Yeah, I mean, that's yours.
We can do our
Hit it up.
deep French Open predictions. So your boy's favorite.
Of course.
Plus
as he should be.
150.
King.
Alcaraz plus 175. Nadal plus 300. Tsitsipas plus 650. And pretty big drop off.
Wait. Alcaraz is plus 75.
Plus 175, my bad.
And Djokovic is what?
Plus 150.
That's close. They're pretty much.
I mean, Alcaraz was won Indian Wells without dropping a set. I mean, Alcaraz is
Did
probably
he
the
beat
most
Djokovic
talented
on the
player.
way?
I don't think so. No.
What's their head-to-head? Do you know?
I don't think they've ever played.
Really? Well, wasn't the U.S. Open Djokovic wasn't allowed to? The one Alcaraz won, right?
No, they played in Madrid once last year, and Alcaraz beat him.
Wow.
And that's on clay.
But the last U.S. Open, Djokovic wasn't allowed to play in it, right?
No.
Okay.
I think Djokovic. I mean, he's just so good. Nadal is so old, and he's not been looking good. He's been hurt. I think it's gonna be Djokovic again. Every tournament before, it's always just like Djokovic. Like it just has to be him.
No, I mean that's
You just can't. He's like the Mahomes. He's like the Brady. Like it's sort of like old Brady. Like it's so hard to like. You rather just lose betting with him than betting against him. It's like why on earth did I bet against him? He's like one of those.
exactly.
So
You
no,
know
it should
what?
be fun.
It's
I'm
a
excited for it.
Good point, because even you say Brady and Mahomes, but like that's a team sport.
Well, that's why I bet on the Chiefs. The reason why I bet on the Chiefs, obviously,
solely because Mahomes.
I hate the Eagles, and I did think the Chiefs were gonna win, but I was also thinking, okay, like, am I really gonna put money against Mahomes? Like, I'd rather lose with Mahomes than bet against him and lose, because I'd be like, why on earth did I bet against Patrick?
And you got Mahomes as an underdog.
Yeah,
in the
right.
Super
If you
Bowl.
ever see Mahomes, it's like a rule. If you ever see Mahomes as underdog, you have to bet him. That's
Totally
a rule.
agree.
And also, had someone dumb tell me that they should bet on the Eagles. And that made me not want to bet on the Eagles. So
And that's totally right.
Hey.
Was it
So-
K?
yeah,
Okay.
it was K.
Yeah.
So yeah.
All right.
Well, the Birds were supposed to prosper after halftime, and then I don't know what happened though.
They were up 10.
Usually, when you're up 10 at halftime, you usually win the game. But
Most of the
yes,
time.
Birds didn't prosper.
I got distracted with Rihanna's performance.
Rihanna was awesome.
They
You can read
did.
my article about that.
Yeah, that was a couple issues ago.
Yeah. Buddy, there's an updated one.
What were your What was the one you were talking to the guy on
Netflix
the
show,
phone
Full
with?
Swing.
Did he say anything? What did he say? You can't say it.
All right. That's enough for this week. So not a lot to talk about. Next week we'll have
What's it say?
more
I'm just gonna go.
more NFL, more NBA, and obviously we'll have our Final Four for March Madness decided. Oh, and we're coming up on the Masters. Masters is
Oh,
soon.
I will watch that.
Masters is awesome. Nothing better than the Augusta on a Sunday. So welcome back to school. Everyone finish strong this semester, and we'll see you next Wednesday.
What does it even
Have a good
mean?
weekend.
What is he talking?